According to inheritance theory, one rule can be affected by one or more previously declared rules. For this reason, this can be very helpful in eliminating redundant code. To illustrate, let's look at inheritance.html. In this HTML file, we have an embedded style sheet with a CSS rule for a div. We're telling it to make it blue and for the font to be Verdana. If you recall, the browser defaults for color and font family would be black and Times New Roman. However, we have this div right here with several elements inside it. You can look at div as the parent to these various HTML elements. According to inheritance theory, because div already had a previously declared rule for color and font family, this H1, this paragraph, this H2, this next paragraph, this H3, and the paragraph after that, pretty much everything inside this div is going to inherit these properties. So let's see if that's true. Here's a preview, and sure enough, this right here, everything inside that div, the font is now in Verdana and the color is in blue. This saves us from having redundant code because we do not have to declare something for H1, for paragraphs, and for H2. We don't have to do something like this. There's no reason to say div, and then for H1, do that, and then for paragraphs, to do this, and so on. There's no reason to do that because these can inherit from the div. So we can get rid of all this redundant code. You will also notice that this H2 is outside of this div. So this H2 will not inherit any kind of properties from this div. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. This heading 2, which is outside of this div, is not inheriting the font styling or the color styling. It's using the defaults, Times New Roman and black.